Hello, welcome to Studio Pixel. Lights in 3ds Max Chapter 3. In this chapter, uh, in the series of this lights in 3ds Max, we have already seen the different properties of lights like multiplier, decay, the types of decay like inverse and inverse square decay, and how to use this decay and how the decays actually works with the multiplier in our previous chapters. And with this chapter we are going to learn about the near attenuation and far attenuation. Two kinds of attenuation out there, near and far. Now what is the near and far attenuation? Now what is attenuation? Attenuation actually controls the strength of the light, or maybe you can say the multiplier of the lights. So if we see the range of I have created few teapots out there, and I put a omni lights over here, and if you hit render, you will see each and every teapot has been visible in the same way. You can see the range of the light is getting bigger and bigger, but that actually happened for the angular behavior of the uh, point lights. I have already discussed about that angular behavior on the first chapter of this lighting series. So if you have any kind of questions, you can see that first video of this series. So now how the attenuation actually starts and how the attenuation actually works. Now if I switch on the use, and you can see immediately, you'll see a circular gizmo is actually come up. Now what is this? This is the near attenuation gizmo, and if you use far attenuation, you'll see the far attenuation gizmo is also coming up. And the moment you use it, you have to use, remember, you don't have to show. If you hit only show, then it will just show the gizmos. The effect will never ever been used. Now if you have to use you have to put switch on the use button. So the moment you switch on the use, you can see that the light has been dimmed out. See the moment. Now what is actually happening, how the uh, near attenuation and far attenuation is actually works. Let's see. If I hit render, just quickly launch, you see the lights in actually getting decreased, and after some time, after some distance, it's actually absolutely dark. So attenuation is I can use 4 points, like, okay, fine. Now let's suppose our intensity of the light is 1. Sure. Now the source of the light is over here, and our attenuation, the near attenuation, actually it's actually to set the intensity of the light, to increase the intensity of the light. It will start from 0 and it will end till 1 if you have the multiplier to 1. If you have 2, then it will definitely being 2, or if you have 5, then it will start from 0 and end with 5. And from that near attenuation end point, I will use some near attenuation starts and near attenuation ends. From near attenuation end point to far attenuation start point, it will remain constant. That means the value of your multiplier. In this scene, if I see this blue circle, it's actually all the circles are blue in different range. The first I just switch off the far attenuation. Now you can see the start point is 0. That means the very base of the light is getting started to increase, and it will start to increase till this circle. So within this circle you are not getting absolute multiplier. That means if I put this this teapot within this range, then this teapot will not get the maximum amount of light. If I hit render, I have to just hit render. If you hit render, you can see that's actually the teapot is not getting at all any lights. Almost is dull, because it's within the range where the intensity is actually taking up from 0 to 1. So it may be getting the amount of let's say 0.4 or maybe 0.5 or whatever it is. It's not getting a full 1. So that's why it's getting darker. Now if I reduce this area to 0, or maybe I don't use the near animation and hit render, you can see again the area is getting illuminated. So we are in the this area. Let's say this is my point light or omni, and this is the blue circle. So within this radius, if you put any kind of teapot or any sphere or anything, any object, it will not getting full 1 value of light. Again, after this circle, which means outside of this circle, if we use far attenuation, if we switch on the far attenuation, and I put a teapot within this range, and if I hit render, you will see this teapot is getting the maximum amount of light, which is 1, which is this area. If I create a radius, this is the area where the light is giving you full 1 multiplier. As far attenuation till the far attenuation start, and after that it again start to decrease till 0, which means again if I within this area, you can see if I put any objects within this area, it will you can see that light is getting decreased. See this first teapot, the third one from the left, this one is getting the maximum because this is exactly near the end of the start of the far attenuation, so it's not that much of light is not getting decreased. And after that, this teapot is getting much lesser lights because it's getting towards the end of the far attenuation. This is far attenuation end, and this light is not getting at all in the lights because it's very light, or maybe it's not, it's off, it's actually off. 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, now the last one is getting a very small amount of light because it's almost at the end of this line, or maybe the range of the light. So we generally if you want to control the light as the real light is actually how the real light actually works, you don't have to use the far attenuation. I just switch down the near far attenuation start point to 0, and it's actually behaves exactly like the real world light. Our real world light actually start decreasing if just make it, if this is my real world light, it will automatically start decreasing the moment you have distance from your light. Object over here is not getting the same amount of light of object over here. So just switch off the near attenuation, you don't have to use that. Just switch on the far attenuation, make the far attenuation start point at 0 and end it as long as you want. See, after that area you don't have to much bother about the lights because lights is not going to show up. Lights are getting decrease and decrease according to the distance. So that is the far attenuation and near attenuation. Hope you understand this diagram, because this is the most important. See, I'm just revising the same thing again. The near attenuation starts from 0. Near attenuation end, it will end up to my multiplier, and then again it will remain same till my far attenuation start point, and again start to decrease till my far attenuation end point. So that's how the lights are actually work. If you use spotlight, something like this, and that is also the same calculation you will get. I have to select the light. Okay, fine. Now switch on the use. Fine. Now I have to see the near attenuation is actually 0, so near attenuation endpoint you have to increase it. Fine. Now what will happen if I increase the near attenuation start point? You will see I increase the near attenuation start point from here. So before this area, this first teapot is not going to show up in the render. See, it's not going to actually show up in the render. It's absolutely off. If I hit render and just I'll copy that render, and you can see, oops, I haven't used that. That's why I'm saying what is happening. Okay, now if I just going to increase the value of the start point also, and you can see that before the start point there is one single teapot out there, so it's completely black. It's only showing the area where the lights are illuminating from 0 to 1, remain still in the 1, and some of the objects of around this area, this will be visible. Again, this will be reducing. So that is the diagram which you have to understand as the most important thing. So hope you enjoy the mechanism, and thank you very much.